Let me set it up. So we got an announcement in 203. Thank you for staying with us here on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. Nick Sturdivant, Carlene, Jeb. Jeb is here.
Jeb's here.
Jeb is our Charlotte FC MLS expert, and I really do mean that. Jeb has an incredible knowledge of the sport.
Big fan.
Big fan. So we have an announcement. Daniel Stein tweeted this today. And this is according to sources. Sources confirmed this information. Wednesday, which is tomorrow, MLS Commissioner Don Garber will be in Charlotte to announce it as a host of the 2026 MLS All-Star Game. Again, sources confirm. There's an announcement tomorrow. Jeb, can you give us a breakdown of what this means from your perspective as a fan?
Well, I think it's exciting for the city, and I think it's a testament to how much Charlotte has grown as a soccer destination. I'll tell you, I was in Minneapolis for the All-Star Game in 22, and the way that soccer, it was St. Paul technically, but Minneapolis, St. Paul, the way that soccer took over the Twin Cities, I mean, it was so special. It's not just the All-Star Game. They have really built it out kind of like the MLB's All-Star Show.
Yeah.
So there are skills competitions, there are youth clinics, there are food trucks and events. So I'm really excited to see what the Queen City can bring to the All-Star Game and what the All-Star Game will bring to the Queen City. I mean, I think there's a good chance there'll be a good Charlotte contingent. You know, the coach of whatever team will be Dean Smith, hopefully, will be coaching the All-Star Game. So really excited to see what that will look like in Charlotte next year.
Is it like a traditional All-Star Game, so like East versus West Conference?
That's a good question. So it's a little different in the MLS. So the way the MLS All-Star Game works is it's the best players in Major League Soccer compete against the best players from the Mexican Soccer League. So it is really a head-to-head of which league's all-star best players can compete against one another. It's really, really cool. I mean, I believe it's the only American sport that does that. So you really get to see some real star power because the Mexican Soccer League has some of the best players in the world. I mean, we saw how well they competed they just dominated the CONCACAF Champions League. You know, they had a good showing in the FIFA Club World Cup. So seeing how those stars compare against the stars in the United States is a good benchmark for how far the Major League Soccer has grown.
When we talk about the fan experience, what is that like? If I've never been to an All-Star Game, even though I know what the NBA All-Star Game consists of, or like the MLB All-Star.
That's going on right now.
Going on right now in Atlanta. What is that fan experience like?
It's amazing, and I will tell you. So when we were there, the MLS essentially descends like a cloud over the city, like a cloud of rainbows and unicorns. They do food drives with the community. They go out, they volunteer. They offer sports clinics for youth soccer players to get involved in. They have different kind of events. So I'm thinking like buses you can practice your shooting on, and they bring goals and soccer balls to play on. Nice. They'll bring out players, both current and former, to kind of do meet and greets across the city. They'll have little pop-ups. All these podcasters and quote-unquote Major League Soccer influencers come to the city. And it really is a week-long party celebrating everything that is soccer. And if you've been to a Charlotte FC game, you know that is going to be really well received here. So I cannot wait to see what that looks like here.
I got an idea.
Yeah.
Live Impact News, live at MLS All-Star
From
Weekend.
the bank. Let's do it.
I'm for it.
Charlotte FC, if you're listening.
Yeah, we'll do it. I mean, we've had a few members on the show. Like, let's get it going.
Yeah.
Okay. One last question. I know I threw an audible in here.
Sure.
I felt like we had to get this segment in. We had to get Jeb's take on this.
I appreciate it.
So we were talking about the culture of Charlotte FC, how in its short time here it's grown so much. Like I see more Charlotte FC jerseys than I do Panther
100%.
and I do Hornets jerseys. What does this say as far as like the culture of Charlotte FC here in the area?
Well, I think Charlotte is in such an interesting point in its history, especially athletically with the sports. You have people moving here so often. You have 100 people moving here a day. And I think one of the challenges for a lot of the local sports teams is if you're coming from another place, you probably already have a football team, a basketball team, and not saying you're not going to support the Panthers and Hornets, but you might have a team you support a little more. And if you go to a game, you might be going recreationally. A lot of people who are moving to the city don't necessarily have a Major League Soccer club.
Right.
So I think so many of the people who are moving to the city are galvanizing around this team because it's the first authentically local experience they can have that is their team, is a team they love. So I think that's part of the reason this team has really connected with the city in a way that some of the other teams have struggled with. The other thing is they're winning. You know,
Yeah.
they've had
helps.
a rocky couple of games, but they're back to winning ways.
Yeah.
They've got talent. They've got financial backing. They have a phenomenal facility. They sell at the bank. They have a great stadium. You know, the team's outreach has been fantastic. So
Right there in
The fan
Uptown.
experience, too. It's lively
amazing.
there.
Yeah.
The tailgates are amazing.
Are
I
great.
encourage everyone, if you have an opportunity, to just walk through the tailgates the close to the stadium. I mean, it is a really, really neat experience that they have cultivated for folks here in the Queen City.
It's a fun time.
When you say that, you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of when the Panthers first got to Charlotte, right? And so people could say, hey, I remember when the Panthers came into town. Like, we
Right.
could trace that. Like, so there are a lot of legacy
You
franchises.
hold it in. How many football fans know? I mean, how many people can say that when
Right.
I was here when the team got here?
Right. And same thing with soccer. So, like, I don't know a Green Bay Packer fan that could say, hey, I remember
Right.
the first Green
No.
Bay Packer
Way
game.
There
back.
probably aren't a
Yeah.
whole. I mean, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, and so soccer fans, they could say, I remember when Charlotte
Right.
FC was this and that. And I can remember when the All-Star game came here to Charlotte.
Right.
So, man, it's pretty cool. I'm excited. I still got to go to a match.
Oh,
You
it's
have to go.
amazing. They are so much fun.
It's very
know
hype.
what I'm
The
doing.
music's great.
Yep.
Like
I wanna
it is
go.
like a party.
And I
Like,
feel
it's fun.
bad because I was in Atlanta when Atlanta United was really like, I mean, it still is a big deal, but like we're
no,
not
they
really-
were. I mean,
yeah.
that was a huge. That
was
set the bar.
huge.
that
Yeah.
2018
Yeah.
to 2020.
Oh, I had friends there too
years.
that said it was,
Yeah,
it was
Almiron.
lit. Yeah.
Oh,
Joseph Martinez. I mean, that was
amazing.
Yeah.
And I was like, nothing can top this. But then I see the bank, and I'm like, oh man,
The bank on a
Charlotte
night,
FC.
the bank on a sellout night is unlike anything
Yeah.
you've ever seen. I mean, it is crazy.
I would love for y'all, because Carlene maybe has experienced this, and I know I'm shifting sports, but when the Panthers are good at Bank of America Stadium, it's like
It's good.
none other. I don't know if you remember the Cam Newton days, if you were following the Panthers during the Cam Newton days.
I mean, I followed it because obviously
Yeah.
it's close to home
Yeah.
or whatever, but I wasn't here for it.
Yeah.
I don't remember where
Did
I
you
was.
did you get a chance to come to a game?
I didn't get a chance to go to a game, but I had friends who cheered on Top Cats at that time, and they got to go to the
Man.
Super Bowl, and they said it was. I mean, it's the time of your life. Like,
Standing
it's-
room only.
Yeah.
I can't
You
imagine.
cannot
Well,
sit
we're,
down.
We're on our way back. We're
On the way back. So I would love to have that experience plus Charlotte FC experience.
I think
on
just
top of
really
that.
quickly, I think we are about, and I really do believe this. If you look at the Hornets in the summer league, you look
Turning
at
the
these
corner.
off-season moves for the Panthers, you look at what Charlotte FC is doing. There is a reasonable expectation I think Charlotte fans should have that we could be entering a golden age of Charlotte sports. Now, people are going to clown me. I'm going to be clipped on Nick Sertman's Instagram for making a crazy take, but I
take.
I
genuinely
clicked on TikTok and
I-
they
Did they come after?
they
him?
came after him.
Yeah,
when they-
yeah, I know, but I genuinely believe that there's an exciting time for, and you know, I'm not saying the teams are going to be amazing,
Right.
Yeah.
but I think they're going to be fun to watch, and I
Yeah.
think right now that's the start. That's what Kansas City was before they
Yeah.
were dynasty. Like that's how you start it. So I think
You gotta start
sell-out
somewhere.
right? Sell-out sporting
Yeah.
events. I'm calling it right now. You know, July 15th. In
Yeah.
Charlotte, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great season all across the board.
That's a good comp. Kansas City, really cool city, and a lot of the focus is on the
Power and Light
downtown
District,
area.
beautiful.
Yes. All right. Great break. Appreciate you, Deb.
That's what I'm here for.
Come on, man.
right.
So you can catch Deb. He's here all day.
He's here all the time.
Literally here all day.
He's all the time.
All right. So we want to shift now.